Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Texas. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. First down here for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Snags the quick throw. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. The Tigers will come to the line to run the hurry up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Catch is made down the middle. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. They're going to run it here. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's an out route. The catch made. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Oh, here comes the reverse. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Hands off to the left. And tackled after a small pickup there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
3rd down coming up after that running play. Hands off to a fullback. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that 1st down to keep this drive alive early in this game. The offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. He hands it off from the gun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. The linebacker shifting around now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Chris, they had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on fourth down.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. First down, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Important second down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The pass is caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. And the Tigers will come to the line to crank up the tempo. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Man, third down and 1, and you allow a sack. Listen, I'm not a coach, but whenever I see a play like that on 3rd and 1, and you throw it instead of running it, it's just a head-scratcher. And to make matters worse, they end up with a sack for a loss.
This is a game-defining gamble. Coach going for it this close to his own end zone. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
The Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Coming up, second down and goal. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. No hesitation from the head coach. They'll go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so second and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tailback takes the handoff again. Not much on that play, brought down short. So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on third down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line. They get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
Looks right for a quick completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Handoff here from the shotgun. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. The ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. That's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession. Longhorns offense takes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Handoff heading left. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run it to the right side. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Keeping it on the ground here. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play. And then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The back's got it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
The offense now operating in empty. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for a deep completion. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Timeout.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Catch made on the left side.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the second half, we keep it on the ground.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught near the sideline. It's Hardy. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it can be pick 6 going the other way.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short on the 27. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip it to the fullback, and he doesn't get any yards at all. In fact, he goes backwards. Good job by the D.
He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to 33.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Longhorns looking to keep this drive moving. Here comes a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back has it on the screen now. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. They'll take the lead in the 2nd half.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Hits the running back in the flat. Nosh the spin move. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle. Picks up the first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The ball near midfield. The offense going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Complete with the running back, but can he get there? It got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Hand it off for a draw. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it incorrectly.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And on the carry, he's heading left. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback will just sneak it now. That decision to go for it on fourth down doesn't work out.
How about that defensive front and the linebackers collapsing down on the football? You would think that the quarterback sneak is a safe call, an easy call to get the yards that you need, but not with that push by that defensive line.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the runner takes off to his right. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Single back takes the handoff. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. They're 1 for 3 so far on fourth down attempts. Can they convert here? Testing the right side here. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. It's a toss play to the right. Powering right past the defender. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Just keep churning these yards out. Playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal. But keep eating that clock.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. The Longhorns are going to keep this drive rolling.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume. Just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock because you got everything working in your direction.
1st and goal. They play this right. They can pretty much put the game on ice. Wide receiver gets the ball trying for the end zone. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Boy, when you're defending this offensive coordinator, you have to be ready for anything. This is not something I'd expect to see down in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Here's a point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. And gaining enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And the wideout goes in motion. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Escapes the sack. Bringing pressure. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaks loose at the 40. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's hit as he throws it. Last gasp falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the game. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. as we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Sticking with the running game. Ball carrier tackled there. They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's 3rd down and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. So hold on, let's check that out. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. The Dogs will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. Choosing to return the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play and support.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
And this is a big-time play by this linebacker showing his versatility. We know he can stop the run, but in zone defense with cover 2, he's got an area he's got to be able to defend. That's exactly what he did. And I don't know if the quarterback even saw him or knew that he was capable of making a play like that.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He makes the grab. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain of that catch and run.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll ride the back again here. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Oh, it's a reverse. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. Running right through tacklers. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to run it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Throws it to the right. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They'll pass from the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. It's a draw play. Looks like Georgia will have the 1st down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6. Offense looking to throw the ball. On the run here. Lets it go. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. He just dropped a little screen pass. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. It's a nice gain. Will move the football up to the 27. The Longhorns come to the line in a hurry-up. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. It's a shotgun run call. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Handing off on the draw play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Has no one to throw to there on 3rd down. And now it's a 4th down coming up.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
This one is right through. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Well, they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a third down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important third down to try to convert here.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. A gain sets up a third down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And that sets up a return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's the second down play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
It's a small gain by the fullback, but nice to see him and his hand make a play.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
And he's got it.
Brought down quickly, but it's a big gain through the air. Spot the ball at the 45.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
And this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there. And the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Longhorns offense is on the move now.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The Longhorns begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Pass caught. Can he get in? They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Returner decides to fair catch this. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. And looking to throw now on 1st down. With the catch, it's Lewis. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Trying to extend the play. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield, but the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. It's a heavy formation. Extra blockers on the field. They'll run it here. And that running play goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bulldogs will kick this away to start the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Oh, look at the quick cut. And they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Now it's 2nd down here.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Georgia has moved into the red zone.
29 Philly.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man,
And I really thought on second goal, you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's brought down at the 3-yard line.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He shreds the tackle. Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle made after a big gain.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's looking deep here. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll run it from the gun. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over the running back so far. Nothing going with the running game on those 2 plays. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. The Texas offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. Fresh set of downs to the offense. 1st down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Now here's the toss play. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a fourth down completion. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The shotgun handoff here. And that run produces a decent gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
The shotgun running play call. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now.
Come on, set.
Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Takes the handoff again. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looking to throw it on 1st down. looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. First down loss sets up second and long from the 11. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Grab down the middle. It's Hardy. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. A new set of downs after that completion. Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope.
Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. The offense will recover, but it's way short of the first down and a turnover on downs.
He catches a break here. Ball is on the ground. It ends up bouncing right back to him to avoid a disaster for the offense.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
You can almost sense the coaches challenged this offensive line before they went out on the field, how important this drive is with the lead late in the football game. They are hitting people and pushing people around up front and being able to get positive yards on 1st and 10.
He'll hand it off. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. So 2 runs produce nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's intercepted with a desperation throw here. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 30. The 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Texas. Here we go, national championship game, 4th quarter, 1-possession game. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure late in the game? They still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds in closing this game out.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Ball handed off. Throws a stiff arm.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Hardy. Good enough for first down yardage. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Play action here on first down. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
First down here for this offense. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.